everyone, it's Valencia King for you on Richland Chronicle TV News. Along with me today for our Election 2012 conversation, we have Dr. Newbury, one of our economic professors, along with another economic professor here at Richland College, Mr. Carlos Martinez. How are you gentlemen doing?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. So first things first, I want you guys to do a little background. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do. I'll start with you, Dr. Newbury.
I have taught economics here for a number of years. I won't say how long, but it's been a long time. And I've been particularly interested in the international elements of all of this, and certainly looking at all the domestic issues that we're facing right now as well.
Okay, awesome. And how about you? A little bit about who you are and what you do, Mr. Martinez.
Well, I've been here a few years, 3 years, and I come out of Wall Street. I worked in the broker-dealer industry for about 20 years.
Awesome. During our Election 2012 conversation, there are many policies that we can discuss, but the first one is going to be tax policies. So I want to start our conversation off with that. I'll start with you, Mr. Martinez.
Well, for Governor Romney, the important part is he wants to reduce taxes 20% across the board for everybody. And it's controversial because that's on top of the tax cuts that President Obama and President Bush have done over the past 10 plus years. And the fear is that it's going to reduce revenue to the Treasury and may blow up our deficits. His counter argument is that it's going to give us more discretionary spending, and we're going to use that extra money to go out and grow the economy.
Okay.
You know, tax policy, anything specific, is such a dangerous political topic. I don't know that we've seen too much detail explored from either candidate. That they've tread that ground pretty lightly. I think one of the big differences, neither is proposing certainly any kind of tax increases, and as was just mentioned, even some tax cuts. But the thing I think that President Obama has talked the most about is the fact that those at the top have seen some advantages come their way over the last few years, and that we need to be increasing taxes on, usually he starts that at $250,000 a year. And so upper income groups, as he says, politically should be asked to pay a little more. And of course the question is, how much is a little?
Right.
But I would see that as one of the major differences, looking at upper income and middle income.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to add one more thing. Governor Romney also wants to eliminate capital gains or taxes on investment income on $200,000 or less. And so that's something to stimulate the economy, primarily to help the older individuals who depend on interest or income dividends.
Okay. Awesome, you guys. This is just the beginning of our discussion. Do not go anywhere. We are still talking about Election 2012. We'll be right back with another policy, healthcare.
Governor Romney is basically looking to outsource it to the states in a way that we could cap Medicare and Medicaid spending, which is the single largest expenditure we have, and it's growing at an enormous rate. And it is a solution. It may not be a popular solution, but by outsourcing it to the states can take care of their own issue and relieve the federal government of that responsibility.
Oh, okay. And you, Dr. Newbury?
Well, I think with so many of these issues, and this is a prime example, I think it comes down to really a different philosophy between the two candidates. Healthcare is one of those areas of cost containment that we have to speak to. We're spending far more than any other industrialized country, and we're still not covering about 40% of our population. So I think one basic difference, again, of a philosophic nature, is whether or not health care is a right or a privilege. And I think what Mr. Obama has tried to move toward is a program where everyone would be involved, and eventually we approach this as a right and not just a privilege that a few can afford.
Yeah, and in order to do that, the president wants to control price, which is what the other developed countries have done, in a way that we do it with car insurance, life insurance, long-term care. Governor Romney wants to let price fluctuate, be free, and let it be set by the market. And so, completely two different approaches to it.
And if I could add too, one difference even being whether or not it's voluntary or required.
Right.
And what Mr. Obama, of course, is saying is that we have to get everyone in the pool and we have to keep everyone contributing to that. Whereas I think Mr. Romney is wanting to leave that more to individual choice.
Very, very intriguing. I just wanted to add this one point. I'm a first-time voter this year, and I can tell you it was a fun experience. My friends and I went to vote and make our voices heard. So how important do you feel that it is for the youth, especially our Richland Community College youth, to go and get out there and vote?
Well, this whole debt and these issues we have are going to directly impact your generation, far more than our generation, because we've only got a few years left. But you guys have got a long run ahead of you, and these issues are important to you.
Definite. And what about you, Dr. Newbury?
Well, it's easy to get discouraged and feel that you're just one vote and one voice, and that it really won't be heard. But the reality is that it is a tremendous privilege that we have to vote, and a responsibility. And all we can do is encourage people to do that, and also to encourage people to try to be informed on these issues, because they're not simple.
Right.
Obviously, they're not simple.
Indeed. Is there any last comments that you gentlemen might have you want to share with anybody? Our Richland College community?
Vote, stay in school. Your degree, be it a 2-year or 4-year degree, will be very valuable. We are producing a high-skilled labor economy, and you don't want to be caught a few years down the road without some high level of preparation.
Definitely.
And I would add to that I'm sort of pessimistic in the short run and optimistic in the long run. Yeah. I do think that regardless of who is elected today, that the next 4 years, because really of the phase of the business cycle that we're in, that the next 4 years are going to be fairly positive. I see the economy continuing to grow. I think employment opportunities will increase, although not rapidly and not dramatically. Right. But I'm still optimistic for the next 4 years regardless.
Definitely, and that's the way it should be, you guys. Make sure you're getting out to the polls and making your voice heard. As always, it's Valencia King for you on Richland Chronicle TV News, along with our Richland's own economic professors, Dr. Newbury and Mr. Carlos Martinez. I want to thank you gentlemen so very much.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Until next time.